Hello and welcome back. Welcome to Input English. So today I decided to get out of the studio, get out of the kitchen, get out of the shop, and go to a park and enjoy beautiful blue skies, a light breeze, and the outdoors. Now this is not the wilderness. The wilderness is available to us. This is a city park. The grass is mowed. There are geese, perhaps visible to you. Behind me, the geese are grazing in the grass. There's a lake further down. I can hear children playing. I can hear cars, but we're using a noise cancellation system in the microphone, and hopefully the background sounds that I'm hearing are not your problem. I want to give you this ambience, this feel of how this is without the distraction of a bunch of noise that interferes with your understanding of what I am saying. Today I'd like to explore some of the reasons that you might choose to improve your English language skills. People study languages for a variety of reasons, and depending upon the reason that you identify, it may contribute to your success. So you might decide that learning English would improve your job situation. It would improve your job opportunities. And that is likely true. Being bilingual or trilingual provides great flexibility that is attractive to employers. So you might identify learning a second language as something important to your job. You might choose to study a second language like English because of the literature. That's another very good reason. Now, English does not have all the great literature. No, there is great literature in all the various languages the world over, and I am not here to claim that the literature in English is superior to any other. No, that is not my thesis. What I'm saying is that some of the greatest works the world has ever seen were written in English. Other of the greatest works were written in an older version of English, for instance, Shakespeare. Yet others were written in Chinese, and what comes to mind at this point is Don Quixote. And that was written in Spanish, but it was not written in modern Spanish. It was written in early modern Spanish, which is, according to me, rather difficult to understand. It's difficult for me to understand. So you might identify literature as a reason that you would want to be able to read and understand English. Okay. How about music? Sure. Now, the world over, a lot of songs in various languages are enjoyed as music, not necessarily requiring the listener to understand each of the words. But a lot of people want to know what those words are. And there's a lot of music sung in English, and some people might be so enamored by that music that they choose to bring their English level up high enough that they can understand that better. Okay. There are probably other reasons that people might want to learn a language. You can find your reason. The reason I wanted to learn, for instance, Spanish, was not to improve my job. It was not to read Don Quixote. It was not to understand the wonderful lyrics of Serrat. Those are all good things, but those were not my reason. You have to find your reason. I found my reason. My reason for learning Spanish, for instance, was passion. I wanted it here. I wanted it here. I got to the point that I couldn't stand not having Spanish. And it was that passion, that overwhelming commitment at an emotional level that allowed me to put in the thousands of hours necessary to learn to understand and speak that language. So you find your reason. The fact that you're watching this video tells me that you have a reason. But what I'm encouraging you to do is examine that reason. Think about it. Consider what is your driving force? What do you want? And for those of us who are longtime language learners, frequently it is the passion to learn that new language that drives it. Quite frankly, if I had started learning Spanish because of some potential that it might help my job prospects, I would have quit. I would not have pursued it, because for me, that benefit was not high enough, not strong enough to push me to do the work necessary to learn the language. Now, mind you, I used the word work. I didn't do a lot of work. I listened to a lot of podcasts and I watched a lot of videos. But did I study? No. Did I look things up in a grammar book? No. Did I go through a workbook and fill out sentences? No. So I invite you to look at why you want to learn a language. Explore that. And I would submit for many of us that it is passion that allows us to put in the effort that a lot of people would not put in. So I invite comments below. If you have any questions, put them below. I'll try to answer them. And that's it for today. Come back and see us in another video.